Okay, this is a brief demonstration of the process faculty can use to set up a test in Ultra for smarter proctoring. So here's this example Ultra course, and I have a test in my Lesson 1 module called Test 1. And the first thing I need to do to start configuring this test is to edit the test so that I can access its assessment settings. Make sure that the test is going to be available. So I have this set to have a due date of 7/30/23. And the minimum settings I need are going to be having an access code. So I have to click Add Access Code, toggle that on, copy this for my own records, and continue. So that adds the access code. If you're going to have a time limit on here, give adequate time. So I'm going to give 90 minutes for this. And then click the X to get out of the time box here. So now my time limit is set, and this is set to automatic submission. If you don't want this to automatically submit, you can toggle this to students have extra time. And I'm just going to say unlimited extra time for this, just in case there's a technical problem. Okay, so the test will be timed for 90 minutes, but if they go over it, it's going to be marked, and the instructor, can decide what to do with that once it's submitted. Okay, so those are the baseline things I need. I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to copy that code here in a notepad just for my reference. You could put this in Word, or you could type this, or put this on a written piece of paper, just so you have that code for reference. Make sure the test is visible to students, or is scheduled to be visible to students. If you need to schedule this, you can go to Release Conditions and then schedule the availability based on date and time. Okay, so here's the test. The next thing I need is the URL of the course. So Ultra doesn't have the same type of settings as original, where you could get a resource URL for the test. So at this time, we're saying get the URL of the course, and I'm just going to paste that in Notepad for my reference. Okay, now we have to add the Smarter Proctoring tool to the course. So we can do that by going to Books and Tools and click View Course and Institution Tools. In the panel that appears, locate Smarter Proctoring, click the plus button. That's going to add this tool to your course menu, and I recommend putting it towards the top so students can see it easily. Make it visible to students, and then you are going to click on Smarter Proctoring to get into it and create a new exam. And this was Test 1. I'm going to give the exact name of the test, and the duration. I'm going to give enough time for this for students to get through the onboarding and the test itself. So I have the test set to 90 minutes, so let's say I'm going to actually give them maybe 2 hours, just as an example. Okay, password access code. Now I'm going to put the access code exactly into that field, no spaces before or after. And now I'm going to copy that URL here. Okay, so this is the URL of the course. Okay, consecutive attempts allowed. You can leave that as at 1, or you could add additional attempts. This means that students can have additional proctoring sessions. If something were to happen with the first proctoring session and they don't submit the test, you could allow them to have an additional proctoring session to take another attempt if that test is not set to auto submit. Okay, open. So I'm going to make sure this test is open now, because my test is going to begin today. So I'm just going to put in a date. And the exam will close the same day that my test closes. So I'm going to say this is 11:59 p.m. So this test session will open in Smarter Proctoring as of 10 a.m. today, and the exam will close as of 7:31 p.m. or 7:31 at 11:59 p.m. I'm going to click Continue. Under permitted items, I can choose permitted items to allow. Let's say I'm going to allow them to have their notes. You can add a note for student. You can add some notes there. Click Continue. And here's the important part. Elect the automated online proctoring and then choose your preferred settings. So I am going to take away room scan and leave everything else. Okay, and then click Confirm, and that sets up the test. Alright, so all students need to do is then access the course on the date and time that you need to issue the test. They'll click on Smarter Proctoring. It'll walk them through the onboarding, and then once the student is onboarded, they will be taken back to the course where they will navigate to where you have the test posted, click on the test button, and then they will get a prompt asking them to fill in a password. In the Smarter Proctoring toolbar that appears on the screen, they're going to click the Inject Password button, and then they'll be able to open the test.